Hello, everybody. How are you? How has it been this week? I hope you're having a wonderful week. My battery is about to die. So, as we wait for them to call others to come and join us, I'm going to try to see if I can find a charger to charge my phone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Happy new day. And happy Tuesday to you. And I'm here to rant. And you people know that my ranting is always very good. So stay tuned now as we try to do this ranting tonight. Okay. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, my people. Mumbo. I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. And today we're going to be doing some ranting. And this is a very important ranting. I kept this ranting till this evening, and this is a very Canadian ranting. And thank you so much for joining from the UK. This is a very immigrant ranting. And I'm going to rant because I'm an immigrant and I'm allowed to, and this is my page. And some people are going to collect boosts tonight. Be ready. Where are you joining us from? How are you doing, everybody? Good evening. My brothers and my sisters from around the world, it's a pleasure to host you again this Tuesday evening on Rant with Dr. Adi. My name is Dr. Adiola Olubabaji. I'm a Canadian living in Chicago. And today I want to rant a bit about this world, the world we live in, what is going on. And for us as Africans who have decided to go jackpot and move to diaspora, to talk about some of the things that we are seeing. Please be dropping your location. So, send me your location. We want to know your location. So that as we do this ranting, we can all learn from this ranting. Yesterday, there was a post that was done on InfoPlace Canada about the situation that we have in Canada. Some of you are joining me because you know Dr. Adi is our favorite Canadian girl. We love her. And we love her. She loves us as Canadians. She loves us as people who are trying to move to Canada. And some of you are joining because you want those information. I want to move to Canada. Let me tell you, Canada was not my first destination. I have lived in other countries before I moved to Canada. And after I moved to Canada, I have lived in another country as well. So every decision I made, every discussion I made tonight, I want you to know it is never to bash any country. And it is out of my ability to get informed based on first-hand information. I have lived in these places. And I'm an immigrant like you. One thing I want you to remove from your thoughts tonight is self-denial. Self-denial is what will make you see the right thing and say it's not right. Self-denial is what makes you say where I am is okay. Self-denial is what makes some people to be fighting for Nigeria when they know that the country is not helping us. Self-denial is what will make somebody see that Canada is undermining immigrants, undervaluing immigrants, and they will be fighting you, fellow Canadians, that we live in the same economy. Self-denial is what will make people who live in Finland, when I'm talking about Finland being a place where I was doing cleaning job, and they will be fighting me publicly, knowing fully well that they will still go and do cleaning job that night. Right, I'm talking about this because I want us to drop the garment of self-denial tonight and sit down as brothers and sisters and actually discuss what are the pain points that we're having as immigrants, as people who have gone through a lot. Timmy, how are you doing? How are wife? How is it going? It's been a while. Please send me an email. I'd like to get an update. Thank you for buying a badge. I want us to remove the garment of self-denial today and be very realistic with one another. When I left Nigeria in 2008, what I wanted was go abroad, get education, get a foreign passport, foreign work experience, and return to Nigeria as an expatriate. Soft life, day Nigeria, soft life. I saw that people can come to Nigeria and do expatriates. They were paying these people in US dollars. So I was looking forward to, let me go abroad, get my passport, get education, get a work experience, and come back home. And me too, I want to be an expatriate being driven around in very nice cars, living in Lekki and living in Victoria Highland in a rented apartment that are paid by oil and gas company. That is why I left Nigeria. I didn't leave Nigeria because I didn't want to come back. No. But I've left 15 years ago. Now, at this point, I cannot go back because Nigeria has spoiled. It has spoiled beyond when we left it. When we left it, we thought we were coming back, but now things have really gone the way it has gone. The oil and gas industry is not as good as it was when I left, so we can't go back to that industry. So we have to stay where we are and maximize our potential. Now, you remember one thing. Our home is in Nigeria. We didn't come to Canada as this is our home. We came here as immigrants. Now that we are here, we're trying to say, okay, we want to maximize our opportunities. I didn't come to Canada first. I went to Finland. Right. I saw the situation in Finland. It was worse than Canada. It was worse than Canada. I couldn't get a professional job that would ever make me 6 figures. I couldn't get good stuff going for me. Getting my citizenship in Finland was going to cost me a lot more. The racism was very thick. The racism was thick. So when I went to England, I saw that things were a little better, but the economic power was not good enough. So I said I wasn't going to settle here. Then I found Canada to be better. The economic power was better, and I could get my citizenship, I could get scholarship, so I moved to Canada. One thing I want to tell all of us who were brave enough to leave and come abroad is that you are a highly valued person. You are very valued. You are valuable. You have competences. You have multiple degrees. That is why any country can open their doors to you. That is why they gave you scholarship. That is why they gave you permanent residency. That is why you got a foreign job. You have worked on yourself. You had very good education. You had some very good work experience. You didn't give up on yourself. You every day wake up and you were going at your dreams. That is why countries around the world can open their doors to you. Now that these countries had their doors to us, then the question is, should we just stay there because we got our first opportunity? Look, I'm going to talk about Canada to the best of my knowledge. Canada brings the best of every country. The best of every country. They bring it together to their small country to come and fight themselves for opportunity. That's what Canada is doing. Canada is like a Hunger Games destination. Hunger Games. In Hunger Games, they go to all those districts, they select the best of those districts, and then they bring them to District 12 and say, come and fight one another until somebody emerge winners. That is what is happening in Canada. Canada invites the best of every country, people with PhDs, people with masters, people with 10 years experience. They invite these people to come into District 12, Canada, and say, oh yeah, come and punch each other in the face to get a job. And in District 12, which is Canada, there is some affluence, there is some food, but it's not like it's in abundance. You have to fight each other for it. Canada brings the best of India, bring the best of Pakistan, the best of Highland, the best of Australia, the best of everywhere, China, the best of Nigeria, and put all of us in Toronto and say, fight for opportunities that is not there. Opportunities, we no day. Oh yeah, fight. All of us start to fight one another. Get certification, get degrees, get this, get this. The number of jobs on the market is not increasing. And then we have all of these people coming. And we are all fighting each other for opportunities. And when this demand is small, the demand is small, but the supply is great. There is no employers that are hiring more people. They are even conservative because they are scared that there will be layoffs. We are not creating new jobs. We are not bringing entrepreneurs into Canada. We are bringing people who are looking for a job. You are not bringing people who can create jobs. You are bringing people who can get jobs that are not there. Now, you didn't bring the Ashaku, the not good enough. You brought the best of Nigeria, the people who have 3 houses in Lekki, the people who were directors, CFO, people like me who were head girls in their universities, head girls who collected award, primary school, secondary school, university, always get people like me, the best of everywhere. Now we've all come, and these employers, because demand, they don't need a lot of us. Now 500 people want to get one job. You know what they do? They reduce how much they want to pay. You now see them say, come and do internship for free. In America, can they bond them well in America and ask us to do internship for free? Internship, you'll be doing it in America, they pay you $5,000 per month. Canada, they will say do internship for free. Why? Because if you don't do it for free, somebody else is begging at the door and say, just give it to me, I'll do for free. Say when there is somebody that will do for free, you will now be saying you want $5,000. Nobody pay you she. And these things have to be talked about. Now, when we come from outside, Canadians think we are poor people. We are not asylum seekers. We have accent. We're not asylum seekers. Your country invited the best of Nigeria to come here. You're now offering my people $40,000. For house rent that costs how much? Their house rent is $4,000. For your insurance, you know how much they charge for insurance? $450 per month. How do you want them to survive? Housing, no day, is too expensive. Insurance, too expensive. School, too expensive. Everything, food, too expensive. How much is their salary? $70,000 a year. Then you collect tax, 30%. What is left? Is this Hunger Games? Do we have to start? Is this Hunger Games? Is this Hunger Games that we are in? Is this District 12? Do some people have to die? Look, Canada is war. Before you pack your bags and say, I have sold my property, I'm coming here to fight the best of India and the best of China, people weigh their head correct. And you yourself, you did not come with a plan. You don't know what job you want. You don't have any plan for your career. You don't even know what you should be applying for. You didn't get a career coach. You want to be fighting with the Indians and the Chinese and the Pakistani, who were the best in their country, who came with 20 years of experience and 16 certifications and a whole truckload of software skills. And you are coming from Nigeria, you don't have no software skills, you have one certification, and you say you have Jesus alone. Jesus self wants you to go and collect sense from Dr. Adi. Everybody experienced this. It's not just Toronto that is madness. Everywhere in Canada is madness. Because when we look at the pay scale, these employers, they don't want to pay anything anymore. They don't want to pay anything because we are too much. We are ready to work for free. So they pay you peanuts. And you apply for job 6 months. The job no go drop. How? If you don't come to Canada prepared with your permanent resident, you will work, you will even be looking for Walmart job you no go see. You are your permanent resident. If you don't get a career coach 6 months before you arrive Canada, let's pack everything. And you understand that this is war. They gave you PR. You went to church and do kini. You are doing, I'm leaving Nigeria. I'm leaving you people here. I'm leaving you people here. You are not already saying, Dr. Adi, how much is the money? Let me just be here. Oh yeah, next 6 months. What am I learning? Oh yeah, arrange everything. Canada is war. Let's be talking to ourselves. If you like, watch this video tomorrow. Start to write nonsense under the comment that is a lie. You will tell me your own truth. You will tell me in the GTA, you cannot find a house for $500,000. If you want to buy a house in Brampton, it's $750, $1 million. $1 million. Shame for the rest of our lives. Do we want to be paying mortgage? 1 million, safe waiting happen. This small house, 1 million what? $1 million for this small house. Are we never going to carry Okodeleni? All our money in this life, are we going to give it to Canada? If you are paying $1 million for this small house, now you have to do 2 jobs. You are looking for $650,000 house. You have to go to one Inugbo in Sudbury or Inugbo in London. You will look into Inugbo inside desert, inside Igbo. Because if they boy you want to live in Mississauga or Brampton, $1 million? 1 million. My brother, caller, write to me now. You have my WhatsApp. Write to me, oh. You know, I'm explaining this because yesterday when that data was published, it struck a chord in me. It struck a chord in me because I'm one of the people who continue to support Canada. Well, I'm supporting Canada from Chicago, okay? From Chicago. I have left because suffering is not my middle name. I know the value of my competences. I cannot be taking $85,000. So I have left. I will clap for Canada from Chicago. And the day I'm hungry at Canada, I will talk it from Chicago. The same way, I will do the same thing for Niger. I'll say, Niger, we are supporting you from Chicago. Look. Let everybody know this. The same credentials that make Canada open their doors for you is the same credentials that you need to get green card in America. The same credentials that got you that Canadian job can get you a job in the US that will file TN visa for you. That same credentials, that master's, that 5 years experience, it will open the door for you in America, where there is opportunities, where there is a lot of jobs, where there is all of that. That same credentials that took you to Canada, you have choices. You can use it and get a job in Dubai and move there. Move to Dubai, move to Canada. I have moved since. You think I even waited? Move. Canada needs to know that we have options. If they don't treat us well, we are going to leave. They did not tie our placenta in Canada. We came here to find good life. If we can't find a good life, the journey continues. We will go to somewhere else. The same way people are migrating from England now. We know our worth. If we get to England, we are looking for good life. Good life said in no day, we will go to Canada. Or we will go to the US. We will go somewhere else. If we get there, they said there's no good life. Our credentials, we carry it like that. We are global citizens. Me and you are global citizens. There is nothing that should be restricting our senses and our brain. We are global citizens. Your credentials that you got, your 2 masters, your PhD, your 6 years experience have made you a global citizen. You can live anywhere. You can walk anywhere. We move. If Toronto is saying we have to pay $1 million for a small house and pay that for the rest of our life, we move to Texas on EB2NIW green card. Come, the same way I did for me, I will do for you. We move to Texas and buy a whole land with swimming pool in the backyard so the children can play. We move. You are a global citizen. Canada has gun violence. Go to Dubai. Go to Oman. They will open their door. You are a global citizen. You are a global citizen. You think if you are not good, you think Canada will open the door. Don't you know how much scrutiny they gave you and I before they gave us their permanent residency? They even asked us to go and be doing English again. Convert your certification. You do know how they show us shege before they gave us that paper. Show us shege. Who told you EB2NIW needs master's 5 years experience? Bring it. Let's get you your EB2NIW. Leave the place. Look, one of my mentees, 2 months ago, she posted a Canadian passport. I've become a citizen on a story. Immediately she posted, I said, it's time to leave. That's what I told her. It's time to leave. She said, I'm ready, mentor, I'm ready. Yesterday, she started a new job in America. 2 months later. It's time to leave. We run it. 2 months, she got a job in this country. She got a 6-figure job in this country. She has moved. 2 months. That's what it took to get a job in America and TN visa. She didn't even wait for green card. She said, let me just, doctor, may we do TN visa, make I enter. And when I don't enter, I'll pay the EB2NIW. You do that EB2NIW, make I just leave. 6 figures now. 6 figures. I have to be explaining this because, you know, everybody needs to know that our journey may not be over in Canada, and you have to be ready. Our journey may not be over there. Yes, we've come here. I went to Finland, I left. One so di mi mole. They don't pay my bomb for Finland. I left. I went to Canada. It's not my father's country. Why should I carry it on my head and start to fight my fellow Nigerians? And say, you are wrong. Canada is still better. Canada, bitch, Canada. Where they buy one house for $1 million. God, they pay 30 years. You don't see money. You know, if we have to buy a $1 million house, I think we should buy the $1 million house because we can afford it. Not because that is the only option that is available to us. We don't want to be forced to buy it. We want to buy it because we've made enough money. We've not, Ayo, you know what I'm saying? We've made enough money and say, okay, now I can afford that $1 million house. Not that I'm doing a job for 90,000. My husband is doing for 90,000. Now we have to combine our 2 income and barely can we buy a $800,000 house. Why? And that $800,000 house no even get anything. No swimming pool, no backyard. Everything just look like this small. Say what's happen. Did I come to this country to enjoy electricity alone? Is electricity the only thing that I am supposed to be enjoying? Electricity. We now work 2 jobs. There are so many opportunities for us. We have the right credentials. Our credentials can pave the way. Whether you want to move to the UAE, you want to go to Qatar, Oman, to the US, you can go anywhere. First of all, we need to know our value. If we don't know our value, one country will do shakara for us. When we know our value, Councillor Presh, thank you. When we know our value, then we will put price on ourselves. We will know that this is my price. This is what I'm worth. If this is not looking good for me, I can go somewhere else because I can. And I want to tell you today, if you have a master's degree, you have 5 years experience in a particular field, there is opportunity for you in the rest of the world. You don't have to be working and eating from hand to mouth, going from one paycheck to one paycheck because the house is too expensive and you can't live where you want. They say Abuja self don't get electricity. Why did we have to come to Canada inside coal because of electricity? Let's go back to Abuja then. I'm explaining this because if I never lived in Europe, if I never had been to Finland or England before I came to Canada, I would think Canada is heaven. Let me tell you, when I came to Canada, Canada was about 10 years backward when it comes to innovation compared to Finland. Canada didn't have no innovation. Finland has top-notch innovation. Yes, it wasn't good for me as a foreigner. I couldn't get a good job. But when it comes to technology, the technology was 10 years ahead of Canada. When I got to Canada, it looked like they threw me back in time. I was wondering, why is everything so old? And thankfully, I was able to, get my papers in Canada, but I have to ask myself, what is next for me? What is next for me? Look, my first job in the US, the pay I got was 3 times my Canadian salary. 3 times, times 3. 3 times. In 18 months, I got another company, stole me. In 18 months, first of all, my company, I asked them for a pay raise. I asked them for 4 levels of promotion. I got 4 levels of promotion. I got another 25% increase in salary. Before I got 2 years on that job, I got national awards in America. Canada started appreciating me, started giving me an award from America. Sometimes you have to leave your home and then they appreciate you. I left Canada before I started winning the prestigious award, the most powerful women in Canada, one of the 27 most influential immigrants. I left before they realized that I was a value to their country. We need to know something. Sometimes you gotta leave. Canada cannot be that destination. I say, this is my promised land. This is not Canaan. No. This is not Canaan. Wherever we can do better for ourselves, we already left Nigeria. If one place is not good, we move. It's not Canaan. We can't just say, yeah, I've gotten here. No, it's not Canaan. If it's not working out the way we envision, it's okay. We pick our lessons and we go. We go somewhere else that we feel like there could be better value for us and our children. I did 2 years in one company. I got 3 times my salary. I got another 25% increase. Another company said, come and become a director. And we will give you 75% increase in salary again. Me that I like money. Kola know where we are from the ghetto. Another 75% increase in salary. I will work from home, fully remote, a director role. I just carry my bag. I said, oh yeah, where is that next company that said they like me? They came to toast me on LinkedIn. Let's talk about demand and supply. In America, there is demand. Why? They have companies. They have tons of companies. They keep creating opportunities for people to start their company. By the time I lived in America for 3 years, I said I want to be my own boss. I want to start my own company. Now I have 24 employees. When I lived in Canada, I didn't have that type of mentality. America let me know that if you start your company, we're going to support you. You can start something. I walk around every day. My colleagues will tell me that you're going to own your own company someday. People continue to tell me I'm going to own my own company someday. Some will come here and say, you are a minority female. We want to support you. Do you want government contract? Government contract? Excuse me? So being black and being female can work in my advantage. Where should I sign the paper? Where? Because this country, companies continue to be open. what happened? There is always jobs. In places where there is always jobs, you can call the shot. You can call the shot. You can make more money because the demand is high. In a place like Canada, the demand is not high for my skill. The supply is high. There are people who want to work. There are no new employers. People like Dr. Adi are not encouraged to start businesses. So we are all looking for employment instead of creating employment. Because there are not good incentives that makes me open a company. So the demand is low and the supply is high. In America, the demand is high. Every day new businesses are being created. Every day. And it's a bigger country. Times 10 the size of Canada. Times 10. So are the opportunities. Times 10. And this is why I could tell you this job I was headhunted. That job I was headhunted. I told them I want to be paid more money. They born you well. You are in a company in Canada. You are being here you are calling money, more money. You want 4 levels of promotion. 4 levels of promotion in Canada. They will sack you today. 4 levels of promotion. Are you mad? 4 levels of promotion. 4 levels. America, I could ask for 4 levels of promotion and say, if you don't give me, I will leave. They gave me. I still got more money. Me that I came here with times 3 of my Canadian salary. Still they asked for more money. 6 months after I got 4 levels of promotion, I became a director in another country, got another 75% increase in salary. These are real things. When you are in a system that has jobs and your skill sets are scarce, you call the shot. That's what we deserve, to call the shot. To be the one that say, I want to be paid this. If you don't pay me, another person will pay me. Last, if you don't pay me, I will open my own company. Don't you deserve to have such level of confidence? They born you well. Now, may you say you don't want to work again. You want to go start small business. They born you. Who will support you in Canada? Which funding you will get? Is there minority funding? Is there minority funding for being female, for being black? How many of those minority funding, government contracts, have you ever seen a black person win government contracts in Canada? A black person? How black person won't win government contracts? How? Nigerians continue to build ourselves. We get certification, we get visibility, we get everything. Then, because the opportunities are not there, you can never maximize your potential. When Dr. Adi is now talking, you will now be looking at her and say, God, am I a log of wood? Why is her whole case like that? You know she's not lying. So am I a log of wood, God? Am I paper? Am I paper? Why can't you do that? You think all of that is happening in Canada? My people, look, let's be planning your US exit. I'm telling you, if you like, say it's because she wants to do it B2NIW for me. I want to do it for you. Yes, because you deserve it. You deserve multiple opportunities. You deserve to be able to wave your Canadian passport and wave your American green card and say, oh yeah, like this, my green card. They say, oh yeah, are you belong here? Oh yeah, my green card. Oh yeah, Canadian. You buy your pikin, collect American passport, Canadian passport, Nigerian passport, everything. My eye shook. My eye don't see. Give those of us in the US tips. I come here regularly for you people. I still came last Sunday. I still shared. Today is for people in UK, in Canada, who needs to understand that everything you have, we can maximize it for opportunities. There is no reason you should stay where you are not wanted, where you are not appreciated, where your value is not maximized. I'm doing country Agberi. It's Agberi. I'm Nigerian, Canadian, almost American. Yeah, that's it. What opened the door for me? Education. Education, my skill set, strategy. Am I aligned with the right people? I'm not afraid to try. Risk is never a problem. I'll not carry one country and put on my head. I carry myself and put on my head. I'm the prize. Yes, you in Nigeria, we've been getting green card for people from Nigeria. You don't have to live in Canada before you qualify. If you have the education, you have the work experience, book the one-on-one. Let's strategize your green card. You collect your green card from anywhere in the world. It does not matter where you are. If you just arrive in Canada as PR already, and to still collect American PR, and then you get job. Let me tell you about some of my clients. Will get green card in America, now got a remote job and continue to live in Toronto and have American dollars in their favor. I have a couple of them. They didn't move. They got their papers. I have 2 of them who are still on PR who say, Doctor, I don't feel move until I get this my Canadian passport. But make I get this green card. Oh yeah, maybe we'll do this EB2. They got the EB2. And then they now got a job, remote job in America. And then they can do it remotely. And then they say, I'm staying in Canada. When I get my passport, I'm moving to Dallas, Texas. Or maybe it's this Chicago. Doctor, you go open door, we go enter Chicago market. So you don't even have to move. Okay, you just came. Let's get you a green card too. So that if you can't get a good job in Canada, you can get a good job in America, which I get remote role. Everything I have, I want the same for you. Everything. I'm not smarter than you. I'm just a strategic, never say die, ready to take the risk. Someone who understands our value. I am. And for some reason, God sent me ahead of you so that I can have this knowledge and make sure that you don't make mistakes. God sent me ahead of you. I've gone to all these countries. We've now know it's this one. This is the one for Nigerians. Oh yeah, it's this one. God sent me ahead of you so your journey can be easier. If you have Canadian passport, just get you your EB2. Let's get you your green card. Work permit. Let me tell you the pros and cons. So when I came to this country first, thank you, Councillor Presh. Please send us an email. After this, I'm going to go to the email. I'm going to go to the DM and answer some of the DMs myself. So yeah, you can. If you go to my profile, you'll see how to book the link. Thank you, Dr. Time, for that as well. You can book a session with that, or you can come and chat with me. I can explain. I'll leave some voice notes. I'll talk to at least 30 people before I go and eat. So when I came to America from Canada, once I got my citizenship, I got a job with a Fortune 500 company here. My sister, Olu, it's been a while. Please be in that DM and wait for me there. I'll look out for you. So once I got my citizenship, before I got my citizenship, I met my husband. And it was encouraging me to start to look for an American job. And I knew about TN visa and EB2. And he said, you can get a TN visa. So I started to say, okay, I went on LinkedIn, I turned my notification on, and then this company contacted me and I started interviewing. By the time they gave me a job offer, I've now collected that swearing in certificate for Canadian citizenship. I did my swearing in. And then I sent the company my certificate of citizenship. Then 2 days later, I got my passport. So literally 1 week after I became Canadian was when I applied for my TN visa at the border. I got a TN visa to come to America. It was fast. EB2 was going to take time. So TN visa straight entered America. Now, that TN visa was tied to that employer. So when I started working, I could do everything on TN visa. I bought a house and all of that. And as I was working, but when companies know that your your stay in the country is tied to them, they may think that you don't have an option. Some of them may lowball you. In my case, I'm a fighter. You can't lowball me. Some of them may lowball you. Secondly is, now you can't get another job. If you get another job, you have to go and get another TN because your TN is tied to them. So what I do was, you know what, can I start to look at my green card? I started looking at my green card. So by the time I got my green card, then I said, okay, now I am free. I can get another job. So when that other companies has been talking to me, but because I knew that my TM visa was tied to that company, I couldn't really answer them because I felt like I would have to go and get another TN and start to explain, why are you leaving that job? I didn't want to do any of that. So I just stayed on that job until I got my green card. Once I got my green card, that other job, I just went and said yes to them. 2 weeks later, I have changed job. Change job, crap, done. And I'm explaining this to you because TM visa can be what you get, but you'll be tied to that company. They may lowball you a little bit, but if you have your green card, you're not tied to anybody. You can do anything, work for anybody, call your own shot, make as much as you want. I hope that makes sense. For people in Africa who have undergraduate, you have 10 years experience. If you have 10 years experience, you will qualify for EB2NIW. You just have to know, what did you study? What do you have in addition to that 10 years experience so that we can check it well? Yeah, you can have a Canadian citizen and still hold green card. Many people have that. That's not bad. That's not a crime. If you have 2 years experience, 2 years is a little small. If you have 5 years on cloud computing, we can argue it and still get you the green card. My Chicago people, you can come and talk to me in the DM. I'll be waiting for you. Everything is hard in Canada, especially in the GTA. It's not just for students. People who are coming as PR, they will tell you it's hard. People who have been living there. Yeah, if you're a current student in Canada and you have all the things I talked about, you can get your green card. I was still talking to someone who is a student in Nova Scotia who qualifies. I was on a session with her yesterday, so she qualifies, so we're going to start our process of applying. She's a student, so before she finishes as a student, it's likely that she would have gotten her green card. Got BSc certificate. It is advisable to move to the USA of Canada. And an American passport. Can I get an American passport in Nigeria? No, you cannot get an American passport in Nigeria. You have to live there first for a few years before they can convert the green card to passport. 5 years. I have 25 years of work experience in Nigeria. If it's in if we can connect it to EB2, that is good. Yeah, guys, I finished my ranting. My mind has calmed down. Before I came on this call, I was just thinking about my journey. I was thinking about everything that I've had to go through in life, from all the work that I did in Canada, in Finland. At least I got a master's degree out of it, and all the things I have done with my life. And then when I see some people just say, oh, what do you mean? Canada is still the safest. Canada is kikinikon. When people use the safe card, I tell them this. There is gun violence everywhere. There is gun violence everywhere. If you live in bad neighborhoods, your children are liable to not just gun violence. They are liable to a lot of different things. And that is why we work hard. We work hard so that we can have our children living in the best of neighborhoods, going to the best of schools. We work hard and we deserve to be paid what we deserve so that we can give our children the lives we didn't have. We can't just say, Canada has safety, Canada, healthcare, Canada. If you live in Canada, you know what I'm saying with our healthcare. Our healthcare, that useless healthcare that is free. There is nothing more useless than our free healthcare in Canada. You can never see a specialist. It will take 6 months in Canada to see specialists. Have you seen how people are giving birth? If I have an employment in America, they pay for the healthcare and it's good quality. If I want to see specialists, it's in 3 days. I will see specialists. If I want to do surgery, they will not go and put me in the back and I have pain for 3 months. At least if I have an employer, the insurance will pay. I will never put myself in a situation where I don't have insurance to pay for my healthcare in America. At least if an insurance is paying, I get the best of healthcare. Why should I wait for 4 months to see a specialist? Kilo day. And then you tell me it's free healthcare. Let me pay. What is this free? That I cannot even see a specialist. Kilo shele. You will be in pain like this for months. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've lived there. So I know. So you're arguing with me and saying, and there is free healthcare. Free healthcare, you die. I just saw you. Let me pay. It's the truth, because when I moved to this country and I realized I want to see dermatologist. Me that before I saw dermatologist in Canada for my skin, dermatologist, it took me 7 months. Then I called dermatologist office. They booked me dermatologist office the next day. They booked me appointment. I said tomorrow. Tomorrow what? Tomorrow? They say if I want to come tomorrow, there's space. I said, tomorrow, Canada, should make J 7 months. I never see dermatologist. It's not dermatologist alone. If I, me that I'm always very conscious of my health. I want to see this specialist. I wish I line up in Canada like this. This country, I don't line up. I don't. I want to see specialists, I will see. There's gun violence. We do our best, we live in a good neighborhood. And we pray that the Lord will keep us safe. If we live in good neighborhood, our children get to meet them Elon Musk children, so that they will rule them Mark Zuckerberg children, so they will rule the world together. They get an opportunity to go to Stanford and MIT. Where is your own MIT in Canada? Where is your MIT? Point to your MIT where all the graduates are becoming business owners. Where? Do we have any MIT? Do we even make ordinary pen in that country? Which car did we make, Canadians? Point to your car that you are making at your fridge. And you want your children to go to those schools, Abby. Those schools that they are not teaching them how to make anything. So they will end up like us who cannot make anything of it. You don't want your children to have opportunity to go to where they can do good stuff and become innovators and become the next Elon Musk, the next Mark Zuckerberg. You don't want that, even if they want to drop out. Let them drop out and become... They will not drop out. We are Nigerians. They don't put their way. You will finish that school that I'm paying for. God, I beg. Did we come here to come and just enjoy electricity? Is electricity enough? Should we use the future of our children to play 10-10 away in Canada? Play 10-10 away and not be able to give them opportunity to go to MIT? Then they end up going to schools where we know that what they are teaching them, they will end up going to look for a job. And then you see all these young people in America. They are creating tech company, tech, everything. We did not come here to count bridges and enjoy electricity. If Canada give you pain, let us leave. We'll find American green card for you. We'll find job. You bring the children. They will write SAT and go and compete with Elon Musk's children, X and Zax. Yeah. It's not just about us. Your relocating to the US is about your children. We will make them competitive. It's about making enough money to afford the finest things in life. Because you deserve it. You worked hard for these degrees. You should pay money. I still love Canada. I'm a proud Canadian. If Canada should be your first destination, no problem. But you can't get there and say, this is my final destination, I have gotten to my promised land. No, there is no promised land anywhere. If it's not working, you move. Promised land is in heaven. Only heaven is promised land. Heaven. If we are not going to heaven yet, we move. Anything like this, we are evaluating to 2 years. It's not working out, we move. Even if it's to move back to Lagos, we move. If Lagos, they say that I did money, did you know? Say, don't change. If they say Nigeria has become heaven, I will go. Because wherever the money is, we go. We go. Some people watch this thing tomorrow. They will take this video and put it in their WhatsApp group and be analyzing my issue. If you are one of them, they that bless me, the Lord will bless. They that curse me, the Lord will curse. You watch this video, you send it to your YouTube or your family WhatsApp group where they hate on confident people like me and start to abuse me. Holy Ghost fire. I'm sending that ahead of this video. Anybody that will watch this video and start to say some nasty things, the Holy Spirit will slap you. You are your bad belly. Because my people deserve to be free. And if you want to live in denial, stay in your denial and leave us alone. Yes, some of us have to have confidence, and it's not wrong. Some of us have to have confidence to say the truth. And if you want to silence me with your hatred, the Holy Spirit will silence you everywhere. He will silence you on your job. Yes, you will listen to the end so that when they comment, you say, hello, she don't said. Yeah. I have done night video like this before. They put it in Brampton Nigerian group. So people start to say some nonsense. I've sent this ahead of this video. Even that their job, they will lose it because they dared to say anything bad about me. Because the Bible says that if you bless me, you'll be blessed. If you curse me, you'll be cursed. This is my experience. 100% my point. Very valid. You cannot invalidate my points. I live in Canada, I live in America, I live in Europe. I'm allowed to compare. If that is not your experience, you are making $600,000 in Canada, then you bought a $1 million house, congratulations. When we check statistics, only 1% of black people can boast of that. The rest of the black people cannot. So I'm talking to the rest of the black people that cannot. So they know their option. It is well with all of us. I will be in the DM for 40 minutes while I try to eat some rice. One thing I know, everybody that follows me, I see you as my family members. I see you as fellow hustlers. I see you as brave people who wake up every day thinking that they want better for themselves, and that is why you follow me. And I tell you that you're a global citizen. Nobody should oppress you. No country should make you second guess yourself. The things that allowed them to allow you into that country, you can use it to go anywhere else you want, where you and your children can have a better life. I hope someday that you will look back and say, thank God I listened. Thank God I wasn't living in denial. Thank God I know that I deserve. And I'm telling you tonight, you deserve. You deserve everything good. You deserve to be on top. You deserve to win. You deserve to have multiple passports. You deserve to have any type of job. You deserve to be a top earner in your field. You deserve all of that. Thank you for being here. I know, gun violence, you think they are not, if you live in Toronto, how many cars are they stolen that you know the people? How many cars? They are breaking into cars every day. They are stealing those cars. Have you counted the number of cars that have been stolen in the GTA alone? They are stealing cars. I live in a neighborhood that is very safe because I can afford to. When you move to America, live in a neighborhood that is safe. I believe you'll be able to afford it because you will come here with a very good job. We will not put our children in a situation where gun violence is in their face, where anything bad, because if we also live in Canada, we cannot afford good neighborhood, they are exposed to that as well. They are exposed to that. They are exposed to gun violence. They are exposed to people doing bad things to them. Anyway, if we cannot afford the good life. After righteousness, seek you first righteousness. After righteousness, we seek the good life. We seek righteousness and seek the good life second. And seek all the good life. Am I lying? We seek Jesus, good life. That's how this thing works, one by one. Thank you guys. I'll be the DM. Share this video to people who needs to listen to it. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you all. Counselor Presh, I see you. I'll be in touch. Bye, everybody. Ayo, I'll be in touch.